This daf here, Yerushalmi Ma'asros, the article holds for addition when daf lamed on the second line from the top, which in the Vilna is on Yud Zayin Amud Aleph, the second line, no, a little bit further up, the fifth line from the end. So the more I talking about when if stuff falls off the date palm into the chutzner, then you can't take it to the top of the chutzner, or the top of the date palm by right anymore. It's its status, and the more is picking up on that right now, and it says. Madamila. What's analogous to our Mishnah, where he said that somebody who is at the top of the tree is like Malcolm Chiyuv, even though you can still snack up there, but you can't, when it fell to the ground, you can't bring it back up again and stack again. Be'ir or sorry, Madamila, Hayome Barosh Hatena. And the Baal Sleda was at the top of the fig tree in his field. So the Mat Avila, what's his halacha? Is it Kohen Ba'ir or Kohen B'Sadeh? Is it like he's standing in the city, and he's chayav, standing in the field, and he's potter? Yeva Kada. So, and the nafkamina is as follows. The way the Kabbalah explains the Yeva Kada means Yeheba, as the following. Here we're standing in the city. I know my workers are forgetting my sheaf in a certain place. The shakal, so they forgot it. I raised the shikha. It's shikha, too bad. Doesn't do any good. The fact that he recalled it. Omer Basad is in the field. Omer Yodani Shapolim Shochi. Now I know that I'm working so to forget. Omer B'Shem Complaints to place Shulchu. Ain't no Shikha. It's not true. You'll see Basad B'Shalchachta. It says Shalchachta Omer Basad. According to Chavdalet, and we dash it Basad Shalchachta not Ba'ir. So it's Shikha when he's standing in the field and forgetting. But if Baal Sled did not forget it, but even though the Polim did forget it, it's not Shikha again as long as it's in the city, as long as it's in the field. But if the Baal Sled is in the city, so even though he didn't forget, it's still Shikha. The Polim is a Shikha. So the Brisa, which we spoke about yesterday and today, was standing at the top of his fig tree. It's like he's standing in the field, and so when he's standing at the top of the date tree, also we said that. We said that was the thing we said yesterday. No, actually, what we said today. Right? That says so. That is we say that Rosh Hashanah is like standing in the field. The field is underneath, right? Say the field, not the city, in the field. Well, the flip side is that if you're in the in your chutzner, the Tana's in your chutzner, not in the field. So then then you're up the creek, right? So that's again. The Seder Shachta below Be'ir B'Shachta. The two have to be top of the tree. It's like you're in the chutzner. It's a little bit difficult. The connection. I would say like this. Let's do like this. Let's say like this. Let's make this connection this way. Let's make it 3D. Be'ir doesn't matter if you're in a tall building, not an aliyah, second floor. You're still in the ear. So here Betzim, in your chutzner, even in the second floor, you're up in the tree, it's still in the chutzner. I think that's good. In other words, we always look at the dimension of where you are, not how high up you are. And even you're several stories up, the top of the Empire State Building, you'll still be here, right? Here to the top of the thing, there's still whatever it is, the date bomb, then you're still chutzner. You're always in whatever the ground is. Now, again, there's a p'tur because at the top of the tree, it's still not considered to be, if you're not sorry, if whatever, it's not considered to be fully kavul ma'asros, but that if it falls down and bring it up, that's too late. Okay, the next part of the Mishnah is about a geffen, which is into a b'chotzer, and rimon, avatiach, we had a machlekes whether you can eat the whole cluster, or the whole pomegranate, the whole avatiach, Rabbi Tarfon said yes, or Rabbi Akiva said no, only a part of it. So the Gemara says, Tamatina, we learned over there. That was Trumas. Parakas Mishnah Gimel. The cluster came from the garden where it's still not kavul ma'asros. The cluster it's kavul ma'asros. So let's already Gemara, let's just finish it. Shemay Lake Gemara says it can't finish it. Amr Zera Zisar Mechia Barva, Mechia Barva B'Shem Rabbi Yechon. Either Rabbi Tarfon or Rabbi Eliezer that. By the time it holds Rabbi Eliezer, anytime you come into a chutzner with whatever's in his hand, it's not kovea. So either it's like Rabbi Eliezer, or the time of it akisas eshkol tchilaso. So the well, let me specify that a little bit better. The way they go comment, let me cover it up to specify a little bit better. To be honest, it's just Rabbi Eliezer holds that bringing it to the field. It's only koveh if it's derech achila. So Rabbi Tarfon holds that plucking it from the grapevine in the chutzner in order to eat it immediately, it's not koveh. Or perhaps Rabbi Tarfon, so he says that when you cut off the cluster, it's the beginning of malacha, not gemar malacha. It's not the plucking it off is not to be tir in and of itself. So either he holds like Rabbi Eliezer that. Achnas l'chatz is not koveh less derech achila, or it's akmar melacha because it's until you guys be together. Rabbi Ila, Rabbi Yassi, Rabbi Yochanan said, "Oh, Rabbi Tarfon, Rabbi Eliezer." Either that was like Eliezer, or Rabbi Tarfon of achila sheishbo. Yeah, that was the same as you just said. Or Rabbi Tarfon of achila sheishbo shtayim u'shalosh achilos. So Rabbi Tarfon says an eating which is one or two or three eatings like cluster of grapes, but it's no going. There's no gathering together. So therefore, it's like one achila, and therefore you remain potter. My time, Rabbi Eliezer. What's the logic of Rabbi Eliezer who says once you began outside, you continue inside? Because it started better. Tanya Amar Rabbi Nassim. No, it's not the reason because he started doing better, so therefore he can finish off. Ella. There's a man that says, Yamtin, she'd say Shabbos, she'd say Chotzer, V'igmar. He says, you can consider being an interruption. And whatever, you go back outside your Chotzer, or wait after Shabbos, and then go transcend the interruption. But it's not like we just said, that it's because since you're master beheter, but since you're capable of overriding the interruption which interrupted. Okay, the next part of Mishnah spoke about Kuzbar. We actually read this inside. Right, so let me see the recollections. We must have read it, right? We did must have read it because I must have read it. We read the Mishnah, but I don't recall. Okay, so let's read it now. Kuzbar, coriander, she's a b'chotzer, which is planted in the chotzer. I'm going back to the Mishnah. It's a long place. I'll have to go back. All right. Coriander, which is planted in the chotzer. Mekartim, ola. Yeah, I don't remember. You can cut it leaf by leaf and eat it. You join together your chayiv. Seo, which is savory. Izov, hyssop, and cornus, which is thyme. Shebchotzer, nishmarin. And chotzer is mishlameres der chayiv. So the Gemara says this tiny. A chotzer which is hoed, H-O-E-D. Harei kasada, then it is like a field. The fact that you hold it doesn't make it a be kovet. And even this is coming up, even if you mitzvah them, to take them to the house. Okay, so that is a kula. Um, even though it's nederes, it's like sort of, and it's a right. Amar b'sim loy halok Rabbi Nechem b'lez Rabbi Nechem. Time we learned in the Brisa, Zara Ruba Petura. If most of the chotzer is planted with with growth, so then it doesn't have the chotzer. Karpa, like, yeah, I wrote inside my work. The karpa, it's like Arabic. Like most of the yard is planted, so that's a karpa in your Erevin. Again, it's not going to be about Erevin here. It means it's not yet kavua for Mises. So that Rav Chisda, Noya Shel Chotzer. He says there's a caveat here that is the I skipped. Sorry. Zaru to not a ruba cheves. If he planted most of it, it's potter. That's how it's going to be a chotzer. If he planted vegetation. Nata, if he planted trees, ruba most of chayeves, and that's also true by karpa, by air, that the trees, you walk among the trees, then that's not considered to make it a karpa. Amar Chizah said, "V'shin nata l'noya shel chotzer." So it's got to be that the trees are planted in a way which is an adornment for the chotzer. Otherwise, it's considered to be mevatel. In fact, mevatel stands to the chotzer. So these two brides learn from each other. The one runs for the other one. Zara Ruba Betura. If you planted most of it, you're potter. As long as it's hoed. It's because you didn't hold it. It's not as real chashuva. It does not make it your chotzer into a kina. Conversely, we learn the other from this one. Shima is saying that there's if it's hoed, sharei kisadeh. It's like I said, if it's hoed, it's like a field, not like a chotzer. But it all has to be pushinan the ruba, that you did the majority of the chotzer. Otherwise, it's minority. It's not considered to be. And by karpa, I think also the same thing if I recall correctly. So it's not based on sign. So minority of the chutz, it's not a problem. I suspect that there are different gears. So based on all the little letters I make up I suspect there are some differences between the Vilna and the gears of which I read. Well, it doesn't seem like it's any bad significance. Okay, then we go on to talk about the next part of Mishnah. Next one, Mishnah talk about a tein, a shemes v'chotzer, and noteh, Lagina. So we'll go whether we go after the ikar after the nof. So the Gemara says, "So does the tein mar ocha kedarka patur, boime begina." That what you say. That what you say. The kedarka patur when you're standing in the gina, in the place of the foliage. Is that true? Let's see where again. You need normally a part that's where standing in the gina. The trunk is in the gina. You need one by one. If you tie them together, you're chayev. That's when the chotzer, where the trunk is in the chotzer. Rabbi Yizir asked for a year. Yizir bas for zero. He tells Bedukrani, if you were standing in the gina and I wrote here. I guess it says here. Let's see what. You could stand in gina and you could stick a sharp stick in a fig which is outside the gina. I guess you can pluck off, even though it's clutch, you can pluck off while standing still in the gina. Do we say that it's considered to be in the gina when it's plucked off? As the by lo ifshita, it says here. What's the name? What you say? Totally different shot. Totally different shot. The girl says, the season says, you're saying the chutzar nofa nota gina, yikadako potter. That's when, even if you take it with a stick. In other words, that he's also saying the chutzar. It's taken with the stick from the nof, which is noita lagina. He's yikadako potter. Everything goes after where the nof is. Yeah. So, again, the Gemara says that if we're standing in the chutzner, no, we say the truck is in the chutzner and the gina, the nov is inclined outside. You can talk a putter, even if you had taken with a stick. In other words, you're in the chutzner. You're taking with stick outside, you see you can darko. Okay, that's what he says. That's actually, it sounds like it's a baya little ifshita here. It's not resolved. At least that's what he Kapinoki learns it. And brings us to the bottom of Lamed on the base. And we'll stop here.